Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to be having a look at the brand new BLEASS Soft Synth Megalit. And it's wicked. But first, we're going to kick off with a brand new track from MT2 Mark Tanner and Marshall Turner. This is Answers.
Why did you leave us? A hole is in my heart. Dark clouds overhead. The world around is tough, but full of hope. And now you're gone. What went wrong? Where have you gone? Help me understand what you've done. I feel betrayed and left alone. Help me find an answer. Help me find an answer. Answers dark and endless. What have you become? Dark and endless. Answers dark and endless. What have you become? Where have we all gone? I don't know why. We're all together now. Friends around us, lovers. We remember they all care. Don't hide inside your head. That ain't living. That ain't living. Let it out. Let me in. Can we find redemption? All I know is you're my friend. What went wrong? Why have you gone? Help me understand what you have done. I feel betrayed and left alone. Help me find an answer. Help me find an answer. Answers dark and endless. What have you become? Dark and endless. Answers dark and endless. What have we become? Where have we all gone? I don't know why. The end is not an answer. The end is not an answer. The end is not an answer. The end is not an answer.
Brand new Mark Tanner and Marshall Turner, MT2. That is Answers, just dropped a couple of days ago. Yes, indeed. What a great song, yeah? What a great song. And again, heart goes out to Mark. Thinking of you, Mark. Just recently lost his father. It's a terrible, terrible thing to happen, man. I can speak from experience. Well, not father. I'm not going to go there, but mother instead. What a great song. Yeah, so there's a link pinned up the top of the chat. As always, click on it. Go and support both of them. Go, if you haven't subscribed to them, go do so. They make great music. Marshall Turner's a luthier as well, and he does live streams where he repairs guitars live and all manner of stuff. and Mark produces a whole bunch of music that you should be listening to. I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS, where every day we take a look at apps, music, video, interviews, mental health and well-being, and on the weekend a live performance. And now, lots and lots of shorts. You may have noticed lots of shorts on the channel popping up. And they are having an effect. And Leela was just live on the Lou Reality channel, a great moderator here, and she was just talking about shorts and how much they can benefit your channel. Do they provide a lot? Not really, but they add views, and any view is a view. And, you know, it's a tough space here in YouTube. So you just got to, I think, find your little niche on how to use a short to get people to your main videos. Or you just may want to do shorts, just shorts. So there's a way to use shorts somewhere out there to make them work. But I've noticed since using shorts the last week, one a day, has doubled my views, absolutely doubled them. So proof's in the pudding. It takes a little bit of time each day, you know. What I do for my shorts is, so I'll do a show like today. I'll finish it, and then about 12 hours later, I'll pull down the VOD from Restream, and then I'll put it in LumaFusion, chop it up, and try and make something, a highlight from the show, and then put that up with a link pointing to the show, so you're kind of sending people over. So shorts are an interesting thing, depending on how you use them. I'd like to send a warm, luscious welcome to our Wart Warriors.
Boom.
For $1 a month, you can become a Wart Warrior, and we are going to be doing a Wart Warrior show within, I don't think it's not this week, I think it's going to be next week, and we're going to do another trivia show, so that's going to be cool. Let's say hello to everybody here. Thanks, Thomas, as always. Wonderful mods I have here. Thomas Christ is one of them. Sai, effing good to see you is one of them. And Sai is coming on the show this weekend to perform live on the opening hour, sponsored by DistroKid, so you won't want to miss that. John Frank Songs, who just dropped a really cool song, and I'll be opening one of the shows this week with that song, so grab your ankles, folks. You'll love it. It's a really good song. David Collette, hello. Hope you had a good time on your holiday. I had a look at some of your holiday snaps. Thanks for sharing them with me. Princess LDG, hello. I'm practicing while watching. It's Princess In and Out, I like to call her, because she's in and out. She's out and about. Gregory O'Sullivan, good morning, my friend. Hi, Hugh. How are you? I say hello to Valerie? I did. Lurk and Valerie. Any kind of Valerie's a good Valerie in my, even a lurking one is a good Valerie. Dan Eckberg, hello. Trimmer Bear, hello. Did I get you all? I think I got you all. Search and just making sure. Yeah, I think I got you all. It's a great song, Frank. It's a really cool song. Go over John Frank songs. He makes really good, great music. So I'll be playing it. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or the day after. I'll decide. I always decide when I wake up. Yeah, I don't want to like be too far ahead. All right. So today we're taking a look at a brand new app from BLEASS, whatever you want to call them. They make awesome apps. You know, we all know this. If you've been on iOS and been around this channel for any amount of time, you'll know that BLEASS make really, really sick apps. And I'm telling you, this is my favorite synth. Why? Why is it my favorite synth that they've done? It's like they've taken everything. They've taken everything they've done and they've put it into one synth. And it's like owning a physical synth in software. There's so much going on in this synth. It's really nice. It really is nice. Hello, Dawn and Mike. Welcome aboard. So I really love this synth. I think it's bloody wicked. Bloody wicked. Let's jump over and have a look at some price drops, and then we'll jump over in and have a look at BLEASS's Megalit, because it's Megalit, man. It's lit AF. Boom. Price drops. Quanta granular synth, $6.99 to $2.99. Filter station, $4.99 to $2.99. That's old school. Used to do the old calls like that. Other desert cities. If you don't own other desert cities, you should, because it's really, really out there. It's one of those apps that just is fucking great. $7.99 to $4.99. It's on sale. Continue is really cool as well, on sale. $9.99 to $5.99. So many good apps. And there's only going to be more and more. Cubasis is on sale. 2 and 3 on sale. Half price. Sampler. All the BLEASS apps are on sale too, because they have this new, because they've got this brand new Megalit out. They've put all their apps on sale rather kindly, and it looks like, $3 here. They're all a little bit different, but they're all on sale. I've covered nearly every BLEASS app. There's probably a few I've missed, maybe, but look, they're absolutely worth your time. Swam Instruments. You've got over the page. We'll quickly go over the page. See if we can grab a few in here. Swam Instruments are on sale. A whole bunch of the gospel musicians apps are on sale here. MK Sensation. Let's go over the page. There's a lot on sale at the moment. There really is. Velvet Machine, very overlooked. Nambrini has all their apps on sale. So yeah, I keep forgetting each morning as you go down the list. Beat Hawk on sale. Jam Up, Ravenscroft, Pure Piano, Pure Upright, Rhino, Mammoth. There's a lot of apps on sale at the moment. Heaps of them. Hello, Sith.
Boom.
But we are looking at this today. We are looking at BLEASS Megalit, because it's Megalit, and it is $14.99 now. I don't think it's a sale price, because I can't see it doesn't say anywhere that it's a sale price, but it's absolutely worth your time. You're going to see it's like I went and spent all this money, right, to buy this thing. To buy this wonderful piece of kit, yeah, from Arturia. And it's like Megalit is the Micro Freak in software. It's wonderful. It's really cool. It's got some in-app purchases. They're not too expensive. And I do hear that there are some more in-app purchases coming with additional sound packs and stuff like that. So there you go. So we're going to kick off and open up a project and hope it all still works. Because since getting this iPad Pro 2022, I like to fill up the project with a lot of instances of things just to see if it's going to crash. And we have 6 instances of Monolith, and this is a pretty powerful synth. And we got 2 scalers running. We got some effects in there. We got some Medusas, some bass mints. We got Hammerhead. So there's a lot going on, and it should run okay. All right, shall we play some music and see what I made last night in about 15 minutes of messing around? Wicked fun. Man, what a wicked sound. And that's only barely scratching the surface. What a beautiful sounding synth. There is some sounds in here, and there's a lot of sounds you can create, because not only is this just a soft synth, it is a wavetable synth, and it is 4 oscillators in this. We've got 3 oscillators, 2 wavetable oscillators, 1 standard kind of oscillator, kind of additive oscillator, 4 LFOs. It's some crazy shit. Let's remove some of this stuff. We'll do this. We'll just delete some channels. I do have this project saved. And we'll just keep 2 of them open, and we'll run through how everything works, because there's a lot going on in here. Clear, tap to confirm, remove. Let's dive in, shall we? So, I want to set up my keyboard here. Just connect my keyboard. We're good. Alrighty, here it is. Now, with typical BLEASS, what I'll do first, we'll just mute these. Just mute this. Let's jump into the standalone version, and I'll show you what's going on in there first. So it is AUV3. So you can use it in all your doors, all your stuff. It's all good. I've tested it on GarageBand. It works on everything. Works good. It's also a standalone version. Here is a standalone version. It's a little bit different than the AUV3, of course, because you have the option of a keyboard. Yeah, you got a keyboard. Ableton Link is a part of this, so you've got Ableton Link. Let's go from the top to the side. You've got a play here. So what's this play for when we're in standalone mode? Because it's not connected to a DAW or anything. This is for when you are using your motion sequencer. Yeah. So you've got a little play button there if you want to get in and mess around with that. So there's your play. You can change your tempo up and down. So your typical tempo stuff. Hello, Leela. Fantastic show. You just did. Wonderful show. If you haven't subscribed to Leela, she's wonderful. She talked a lot about shorts today. A lot of valuable information. And she's doing well because she hasn't bought an app in November. Because she's doing November. All right, so we've got our tempo, so you can change your tempo in here. Then we have our audio MIDI kind of stuff to play around with. So you can change your buffer size. Really handy if you've got an older iPad and you want an older iPad, you can lift that buffer up. So you can, you're not going to have any jittering or any problems because you've got not a lot of RAM on your old iPad or iPhone. It is iOS and iPad, and you can also get it on Mac and PC as well. It is a separate price for the Mac, for the desktop version. Yeah. So this iOS version doesn't run on your Mac or PC. You can enable MIDI in, you can enable your channels, MIDI mapping, you've got all that stuff here. You can share presets that you make. That's nice. So if you've made some wonderful presets, you can just export them, or you can import other people's presets. Really easy to do. And you can get more presets. So as I said, it does have an in-app purchase, which is the Expressive Presets Pack. And it's not very expensive. I can't remember exactly how much it is. It's probably a few dollars. Yeah, I think Australian it was $5.99. So it's pretty damn cheap. Hey, Jim Shannon on Sounds. Plus, you get this pack here from Electrona Sounds. Dean over at Electrona Sounds. So you download this one for free. All you have to do is go into the Get More Presets and grab this, and you get a whole pack. And trust me, I think out of all the sounds in this, Dean's sounds are the best. They're wicked. It's Dean, man. He's an amazing artist. There you go. So there's all that little top section for you. Let's talk about the keyboard, which you only get in this standalone version. So this is MPE compatible as well. Now, if you don't know what an MPE is, okay. Now, what's great, so as I mess around with the keys here, check out this section across here. This is really nice. So when I hit a note, watch this keyboard over here, right? And as I go up the notes, see it go up and down? So it's telling us, really nice. So, and you can go in here, and because this is an MPE, this on-screen keyboard, an MPE, you can buy physical MPE keyboards. They run a little bit different than a normal MIDI controller. They have the additional function of if you drag your finger, they have like velocity that as you drag your finger up, you are able to send the sounds, dragging your finger up, to oscillators, to things like LFOs and things like that, right? And you'll see when I drag my finger up, notice this slide section here. You can see it actually moving. And what's really cool about all these sections, so you've got a mod wheel, you've got your keyboard, which shows the notes. You've got a note on slide, and you've got pressure sensitivity, which works when I use my external keyboard. So you'll notice when I press the key, it doesn't move, the little pressure section here. But when I press hard, and what you can do with these is you can send these these to destinations. So you can see here, I can click on this and I can choose any destination I want these to go to. So this is currently set to a wavetable fold, and this one's set to a wavetable fold as well. But if I change this to a wavetable position and now slide up, there's so many places you can send to. Look at all these places within the keyboard. LFOs, envelopes, sequences. You can send it to bloody reverb. You can send it to the delay, the compressor, the filters, the high-pass filters, the wave shapers, the noise, the oscillators. You can send it to virtually anywhere. And that goes for nearly every knob on this amazing soft synthesizer. It's really beautiful. So, and you can do that the same with the mod wheel. So currently you can see here the mod wheel's set to vibrato, and I could change this to something. I could change it to pitch if I want. I can send it anywhere I damn well like. FM waveform. You can send it anywhere you like. We'll go back to our vibrato, what was it? Vibrato speed. And next to each of these, when you choose a destination for this to go, it is controlled by the amount next to it. So you can decide how much of it, with all of these, that you would like that to go. So if I turn this down, say to 35, and then hit my mod wheel, you can hear that vibrato isn't much, but if I turn it up. And with each of these, you've got 2 destinations. So, I mean, you can route stuff everywhere. It's ludicrous. Plus, not only do we have like a note off, so you can set it so when you let go of a note, it does something. You can send a destination to the unison stereo. So when my note goes off, there's just so much you can do with this. Hey, thank you so very much, David Collette. You rock, my friend, for the super chat. Turn down the clapping. Thank you so much, my friend. But as you can see, and there's my dancing, man. You can see you've also got an XY pad here. So you could add this to a wavetable. We can go over here to, let's go wavetable position. There's just so many places you can send stuff to. It's utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. All right, so we've kind of covered this briefly. You've got 2 destinations for all of these. Let's have a look at the keyboard layout. So this is your basic keyboard layout up here, number 1, and where you get to see all your knobs and buttons and stuff. If we go to number 2, you get a full keyboard layout with all your sections here. You can change the scale, so you can have whatever scale you want. You can go in here and choose a, chromatic, diatonic, major, do all that kind of stuff. What you like, diatonic, chromatic. Here's your MPE settings, so you can turn on glide, all this kind of stuff, the pressure amounts. You can decide to have scroll turned on. So up the top here, you can control the width and everything. Or you have a hold section, where if you hold down notes, so this is just all within the keyboard. Or if you're doing performance, this is where the third one comes in. Here's your performance keys. And you've got the same settings down the side here. So you could go in and change the scale, change the octave if you want to go up 2 for this one. Pretty standard stuff, yeah? But from here on in, probably going to be using the external keyboard. We'll go back here. So I've got my external keyboard. What we're going to do now is jump over into the presets. And we want to go to all. And we want to set this just back to a default sound. Nice. Nice and defaulted. Because we want to show you what you can do with these wavetables, because they are sick and there's a lot of them. So the main functionality for this, we're in our performance section here, and you can change to all of these sections across the top. All right, so here's your main menu: performance, general, oscillators, drive and filters, effects, modulation, modulation 2, and motion. There's a lot going on this app. So I don't hold it against you if you're kind of looking at it going, so much. But hopefully if you've used any of BLEASS's apps before, a lot of this will look familiar to you, because that's one of the really good things about BLEASS is that they stay consistent, yeah? They like to keep a very consistent vibe with their apps, and you'll always find the motion sequencer in there. So, the motion sequencers are regular, the modulation, pretty much on all of their synth apps. This is what you're going to get, the effects. So let's have a look at this general page here. Of course, you've got your output, so your main output volume. You can decide how loud you would like that to be. It's currently set to -6 dB. You've got voices, so you can go, we're set to poly at the moment, so poly, we can play chords. Turn this off. And we're in mono. You've got a re-trigger here as well. We'll stay in poly. You've got a vibrato underneath. Go back to full screen. So you've got a vibrato here, and you can control that by the amount. You've got your pitch bend. You've got a glide. So if we're in mono, that's where the glide will shine. Nice. We'll turn off that pitch bend, go back to poly. So you have these unison sounds as well. And because I said we've got three oscillators here, you can turn all of these on and you can mix and match them. So let's just pop over to the oscillator screen, because I've only got one oscillator turned up. So let's quickly check out the oscillator. So here's oscillator number 1, and the main gain of these is over here. So number 1 is turned up and number 2 is turned down. Now they're both up. Let's just take number 2 down. So we're only listening to number 1 at the moment. And we'll go back to our general page. So these unison, this unison button, what this does is it adds multiple voices to here. So if I hold down a note and then turn on oscillator and add some voices, and that's got 4 voices, we can crank it up to 6. So quite a difference. But what's really cool as well, not only that, we have an FM here as well. So we can add this. Let's give it 4 voices. And we can add this FM. And you can see as I turn this knob here, you need to put up some amount. So always look for your amount buttons, yeah? Each of these has a little amount, and that's how you decide how much of the effect comes on. So here we are, just an FM added. Not only this, we have a stereo knob here, so you listen to this stereo widen. You can detune this. So what the detune does is it's taking those other voices and detuning them compared to the main sound. And with the FM, you have a coarseness, so it's kind of similar, but it's not the same. But it's to do with FM, let's show you the FM. So it's almost like bit crushing it. Well, it is. Really nice sound. Remember, we just started off with a really poo, really nothing there. And we've only got one oscillator running at the moment. Hello, Joe. Hope you're doing well. And Jim, did I say hello to Jim? I think I did. All right. Now, as usual, too, you've got an arpeggiator in here. Let's just play with that for a second. So an arpeggiator, you turn it on, hold down multiple keys, and you get groovy stuff like this. And we can speed up or slow it down. We've got no rate whatsoever. Let's speed it up, slow it down. Now you'll notice here, I've turned up this repeat here. So what this is doing is, with the arpeggiator, every time it's playing a note in the arpeggiation, it's playing it 4 times. Do 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 do. If I turn it down to 1, if we turn this up to like 6, and we've got the usual stuff like up. Let's go back to 1. We've got down. We've got up and down. We've got random. You can sync it and to your door, or you can do it to the beat. Yes, I do, Dawn. It is called, maybe Thomas can find a link, it's called the Key Step 37 by Arturia. I have done a show on it. It's wicked. I love it. It's so small and compact, and it is one of the most powerful and small, compact keyboards you'll find. It's really good. It is on the gear guide as well, too. So if you go to, how do I put on, what is it? What's the link? I can't even remember the link. It's somewhere here. Here it is. If you go to, here's a gear guide, which is, Thomas will probably find the link for the gear guide. And there's a link from the gear guide here on my website. There it is. Thanks, Thomas. And there, this is the keyboard here. And the show is linked on the gear guide. So you can just click the review there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we'll keep in the standalone version here. So you've seen a bit of the arpeggiator. Pretty standard stuff for an arpeggiator, you know, does what's on the box. It's what it's meant to do. Let's jump over to the next scene, because here's where our wavetables are, yeah? And as I said, we've only got one oscillator running at the moment. So here's where things get exciting. But this is what's different with this synth than most other synths, because we're not just using standard sine waves here and triangles and squares. These oscillators are controlled with wavetables, and look how many wavetables you get. Look at all these delicious wavetables. Look at them. Look at so many wavetables. What is a wavetable? Well, let's load Dean's favorite wavetable. So when I hold a key down, we'll get off the arpeggiator. Go, arpeggiator, away. You'll see here we've got like an XY here. We can create some amazing sounds within this wavetable. Really sick stuff. And as you saw, there's lots of them. And with both of these oscillators, you've got the ability to mess around with the octave, the tuning, fine tuning, and the gain. Of course, gain's important for these. Let's bring in our second oscillator and turn it up. Nice. And now we can bring in our unison, because we've got, we'll put this to 4. Now we can bring in the evil stuff. And you can change the, so let's go in and change it for a different kind of oscillator, sawtooth. So now you can hear, and we can change the octave in this next one. We can take the octave up in the first one, say 3 or 2. And what's really nice here is coming back to this page here in the general, you can decide You can come in here and decide if you want voices on oscillator 1 or on oscillator 2. So if we take off the unison voices on there and we take off the FM on oscillator 2, so the amount of customization, and we've only scratched the surface because there's a third oscillator as well, a standard kind of oscillator here too, which is oscillator 3. Let's turn that up and add it into the mix. Hi, Audible. And RG. We'll turn these two down. And here we've just got standard. Which we can add into the mix now. Fucking ace, huh? So not only do we have the 3 oscillators, and again, we can add voices to this. Yeah, we already gone through the ARP. So again, we can go in here and we can add unison to the 3rd oscillator, FM, if we want to. Vegan Meat Lovers Pizza is here. Weirdo. Also, so we have an amplitude here, so we can... So we've got our attack, our release. Now, what's really nice here too, with our envelope here, is we have this velocity sensor. So when the velocity is all the way down, when you hit your keys, it's always coming in at full strength. Even when we take this down, our attack. But if we bring the velocity up, it affects the keys, how hard you press them. It's a nice little touch there. Let's jump over and talk about this section here. So this is where our algorithms are, and this is where it gets really interesting with all the wave shaping and stuff. So you've got these 3 algorithms here, and how this works is this first one is all... Oh, sorry, I didn't cover this either. So we've got a noise section here too. So if we turn down all these oscillators and turn up the noise, you've got... So you've got standard noise sound, and you've got a low pass. So you can dial in the amount of noise, find that right frequency. So remember, all of these can be manipulated, which we will get to. So we'll leave this noise up a little bit. Now, in our next section, getting to these algorithms here. So this first algorithm basically takes all 4 oscillators and pushes them into one pipe. You can see with the image there. It clearly tells you what it does, yeah? So all 4 of these go into one pipe, and it goes into here, yeah, going across. Then our next algorithm takes two of them, so oscillator 1 and 2, and oscillator 3 and the noise, and it then splits them, and then pipes them in. With the last one, and you'll notice, see this block here when I change it? This is just all in. Now when I click on this one, so now you've got oscillator 1 and 2 split apart, so you can turn them on and decide which ones you want to use. And when you use this one, you can mix and match. So I can turn the wave shaper on here for oscillator 1 for the noise. I can turn on the crusher for oscillator 2. We can turn on the high pass filter for oscillator 3 and a low pass for oscillator 2. So you can really mix and match stuff up. Right, but if I now put all of this through the first algorithm, now everything's going through. So what have we got here? We've got a wave shaper, which has a couple of algorithms. So it's got about 6 different algorithms here. And you can change the strength of these algorithms. You've got a crusher. You can turn this on. You've got a drive in here as well. Here's your high pass, low pass for your filter here. And yes, everything is absolutely automated. We are getting to automation next. There's so much in this synth. It is just balls to the wall. Turn off that crusher. So you can see the filters are sick. Filter is like with this low pass and high pass. It's motherfucking sick. All right. You also have a filter envelope over here too. Nice stuff. And you've got two, I think you've got 2 of these. Let's jump over to effects. Yes, you've got 3 effects in here. You've got a compressor. You've got a delay, and you've got a reverb. You can sync it. You've got a big reverb here. What's very interesting, this is, I don't think I've seen this in a BLEASS app before. We have a multi-band compressor. And again, you can turn all of these up how you like. So you've got... You've got a high pass and a low pass in here as well. Just sick. And again, all of these can be modulated. All of these, everything, every single thing. It's utterly ridiculous. All right, let's go to our LFO section, and here's where all the magic starts. So you'll notice with everything from these 3 pages on, modulation 1, 2, and 3, all have these little destination slots. Yeah. Oh, let me bring myself back up. There I am. Okay, so they've all got these destination slots. So just like on the first performance page, 2 destination slots, and you can send this LFO to, let's click on it and show you all of these places. It is just Like, what is going on? There is so many places you can see. You can virtually send anything anywhere. It's crazy. We can go over to our wavetable here. Let's go over to wavetable 1 and the position. We'll click that. Now remember, when you send something somewhere, always turn up the amount. You've got subtractive amount and positive amount. So now when I hold down a key, let's just go to our oscillator and turn everything else down. And we'll just keep oscillator 1 happening. So you can see that modulating away, doing whatever it wants. It's how you control it. So you can change the rate, slow it right down. You've got different shapes. You've even got a time shape down here. Let's go to, whoops, re-trigger. What's going on, Sean? Good to see you, Sean. Been a while. Hope you're doing well. So a lot of modulation can be done. It's really crazy stuff. And you, as I said, you can send to two different places. So we can go to maybe the oscillator 1 tune. Give this an amount. And you can tell what's being oscillated because you can normally see it. You can see it modulating. You can see this moving up and down because we've got it sent to the wavetable. And this is moving up and down here too in time with that LFO. So you can see exactly what's going on. Head back over to our modulation page. We can offset these things. Plus, you've got an LFO 2. You can send this anywhere you want. And guess what? You've got 4 LFOs. You can do this 4 LFOs. You can send shit anywhere the fuck you want, man. What do we send this? We'll send over to the stereo. We'll send this one over FM. The FM waveform. Give it some volume. Crazy stuff. Crazy. Also, you can do the same thing with your envelope. So you can send your envelope out to all the same destinations, wherever you want. We can send it over to a filter. What do we got? We've got a high pass filter. Boom. I mean, you can send shit wherever you want. Yes, and all the parameters are open over in let's do this now. Let's jump let's jump out of the standalone version and go back over here to our version in AUM. And I don't have the sound up. Cool. So yeah, all the parameters are open. Brrr, look how many parameters there are. There's more parameters than you could ever wish for. They've thought of everything. This isn't called Megalit. This is called everything and the kitchen sink. They've just thrown everything at this synthesizer. It's like all the knowledge they've collected over the years. It's really wonderful. It's really nice. You'd be pretty hard pressed to not make something cool with this. We haven't even covered the any of the presets or anything. So you can all your destinations for your envelope can be sent wherever you like. Let's talk about the motion sequencer, shall we? So on our last page, you have the motion sequencer. And we can turn this on. And again, 2 destinations. So we could send this over to, say, a wave, and we could send this one over to the wave fold. Oops, I sent it to the wrong place. Wave fold. And again, you're going to need to turn these up to be able to hear them. And we want to hit play. So you have a full-on motion sequencer here. You can sync this to the beat, to note jumps, up. I mean, the length. So you can change the length of this and shorten it up. And if we jump back over to our oscillators here, you can see, look at this. You can see what's happening with this oscillator. It's pretty damn impressive, yeah? So hopefully you've got an understanding of how everything works. You know, the most important thing is you can just send everything anywhere you fucking want. It is ridiculous. As always with BLEASS apps, you have the wonderful dice, where when you hit the dice, you're going to get, who knows? So yeah, we can also send destinations to the effects. So we can send it to the delay. We can send it to the compressor. We can send it to the reverb. So yeah, you can send anything anywhere you damn like. Modulate the compression. I know, modulate the compression, get some pumping going. It's really, really beautiful. Let's run through some presets to close out. User presets. What do we want? So you get with it. These are all the presets you get. So boom. So you get 2 banks, bank A and bank B. A nice swath of presets. You get this Electrona Sounds preset pack. It's free. You have to go in and download it yourself, though. So it's free, but go and download it. And this is Dean's beautiful pack. There's some amazing sounds in here. And this is the pack that is an in-app purchase. It is the Expressive pack, and it's a whole lot of sounds that are built for MPE. So they work work really great. Not yet audible. I think there's one coming. So how cool is that? Let's just jump out of that for a second. And you can see with this, the motion. Mental sounds here. Let's go through a few of them in... No, I think... yes, that is true, Gregory. It is true. So when you get the... let's go back over here to our wavetables. I think when you download a Dean's pack, let's have a look. So you'll see up the top here, there's this Dean's favorite waveforms. So I assume that the quality that these come through with Dean's pack, because yeah, I assume anyway. You've got a bit crusher in here. That's about it. So, I mean, you know, everything's. Let's just go through some sounds, and then because we've already gone over time, let's go. So I've got this actually connected to Scalar, so we'll just play this and run through some presets. See you later, David. Fucking nice. Thank you for the super chat, David, as well. There's a bit of filter action for you. I mean, the ability to do so much with this, you can make, because you've got a noise oscillator, you can make drum sounds, hi-hats, snares, kicks, drums, pads, choirs, brass. I mean, and it all looks really nice too. Not very complicated. Some real nice morphing stuff in here too. mean, we're only halfway through the first bank. I want to jump over to Dean's pack because, wow, listen to some of these. A bit of Atari 2600. I hope so too, Tom. At the moment, I don't have any. But we'll change that. So we got some kicks in here. So remember, I have scalar playing. So you can see the motion working on this one. And I'm just holding down a single chord. And the motion's making all the sound. Go through some of these expressive sounds because there's some nice sounds in here too. This is the in-app purchase. So I forgot about that too. There's a formant in here as well. So you can see what's happening here. You can see where your LFOs are going. So we've got this one going to oscillator 3 gain. When we head over to our oscillator, you can see it pulsating and doing its thing. So you know where everything's going, yeah? So these are the MP3 sounds. This is from the Expressive pack. Pack B. We'll start at the bottom of Pack B, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, see, I must be dreaming. I thought I saw it last night. You've got to give me a chance. I've had to learn 6 apps in the last 2 days. It all blurs into one, man. It all just becomes one giant synth. And I wake up in the middle of the night going, ah! Too many oscillators. I do. I absolutely do. Need more AA samplers. Yeah, I don't think it's, I think it's in here, but I don't think it's called a Foreman from memory. I can't remember what it was actually called. Man, my brain hurts. So anyway, you get the picture, yeah? You get the picture. This thing's sick. What a wonderful app. What a really, really out of the blue. I didn't expect it to be this good. I mean, the last two synths they did were really cool. Yeah, this is so the other one was Monolit. So we had mono and what's the other one called? Oh, my brain hurts. But this is, it's like, as I said in the beginning, it's like they took everything they've got and they just threw it all at one app. And this is the one ring that owns them all. Absolutely is. I think it's beautiful. I think it's lovely. It's definitely worth your time. And yeah, it's just a nice, pleasant app. Pleasant. There you go. It is $14.99. And I do know that there are more sound packs coming as well. I think they're going to be within the week, from what I hear. So there's that as well. Dean's Sound in-app purchase is free, so you can download that straight away. Great stuff, BLEASS. As usual, another app that is killer. All right, guys, that's it for today. Let's quickly let you know what we're doing tomorrow, because tomorrow's another really great app that we're taking a look at. It is Splat the Plat. It is a drum rompler, and it's fucking out of this world. It's really, really cool. This is what I think people have been looking for a long time. The customization of the drums of each individual kit, and the amount of loops and MIDI in this thing is just, it's massive. And there's some fucking killer beats in here. So join me for this. It's going to be a deep dive as well. Then the day after, we're looking at this, which I love. It's my favorite app this week. It is UCompose. It's been around for about 9 years, but it's had a couple of updates recently that just make it sick. It's an AI-generated symphonic composer. Creates the sheet music, everything you could think of, and you can create a full 22-piece orchestra and then import it into whatever you want as MIDI, import it into GarageBand or Cubase, whatever you want, and use something like iSymphonic and just create these amazing, beautiful pieces. Then at the end of the week, what do we got? We are interviewing the amazing, the one, the only, Jonathan Bell, the developer of Riffler, is coming on the show, and we're going to pick his brains about how he does the amazing Riffler app. And he's going to do a whole bunch of compositions on the show. He's going to make a whole bunch of songs using Riffler. It's going to be a good time. Trust me on that. And then to wrap out the week, we have a live performance. A live performance from our friend and moderator of the channel. Let me grab his beard. There it is. Cy Effin is performing live here on the channel on Saturday evening for most of you in the rest of the world. So you won't want to miss this week. It's full of great stuff. Full, jam-packed of interesting things. Please hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't subscribed watching on the replay, please do so. It does help the channel. I want to thank you all for all of your support as always and all that jazz. And we'll be back tomorrow to do the same. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. Pete Johns is coming up in about roughly 30 minutes time. He's doing GarageBand Weekly, and then he's got a special after that, I think, on DistroKid, how to release a cover to DistroKid, which both me and Pete have done together, yeah? And it's really easy to do. And we love DistroKid, great sponsors of this channel and Pete's channel. See you tomorrow. Boom.